In other news now, hundreds of Samwu and EFF marchers gathered outside Tshwane House in Pretoria today, where the City Council is sitting. They're demanding the reinstatement of dismissed workers. The municipality has fired more than 100 workers for taking part in what it says is an illegal and unprotected strike that started in July. This afternoon, Council is expected to hear a motion from the ActionSA to reinstate these workers. eNCA's Pule Letshwiti-Jones is there for us, tracking that story this afternoon. Pule, good afternoon. Welcome to today. Well, what's the latest you can tell us? What's happening there regarding this matter at the Tshwane City Council offices?
Well, earlier on, we saw ugly scenes outside where some members of the EFF were trying to storm inside the city's headquarters, of course, being the Tshwane House, where council session is currently taking place. Of course, this is after the members of the EFF and some Samwu workers marched to this very same venue in an attempt to try and put pressure on the city of Tshwane. And, of course, the Mayor Cilliers Brink to reinstate over 100 Samwu workers who were dismissed as well. Currently, what I can tell you is that council is currently in session, but of course has been muddied by a lot of delays, as we've seen political parties requesting for caucus breaks, and of course this has not been quite a fruitful day for the council business as well. And of course you address very pertinent and important issues in regards to service delivery and whether we could finally be seeing an end in the illegal strike that of course has lasted for over weeks as well. But to chat to us right now, I'm speaking to the MMC for Human Settlements, and of course, who is a member of the multi-party coalition as well, to chat to us regarding today. Thank you very much, MMC Offense. Maybe if we could just start by telling us, today we have another prolonged meeting where nothing seems to be getting done. Can you get anything done? Where are we as we stand currently right now? Because it seems as though, pertinent issues that would speak to service delivery are taking a backseat.
Thank you very much, Pule. Where we are right now is that council is now on the item of the first report. The mayor has just tabled the reports, and the delay has been around issues that you have already alluded to, that the EFF, as always, they were grandstanding and they were making the plight of workers a political ball, as one of the councillors said right there in council, one of the ANC councillors who said they are taking an advantage of a situation that they should not be taking advantage of. We should be doing the business of council so that we rescue this city. As the mayor has already said, that we need to turn around the finances of the city. And where do we do it? We must start here in council in ensuring that we pass the needed resolutions, that we pass the needed reports so that we can turn around the city, so that we can start giving services and be able to be in a position to can be able to affect these increases that are requested.
But do you admit as well that it's not looking good, that residents are affected, even though they would have wanted solutions coming from this council session here currently taking place?
Agreed. It's not looking good, but we are saying that we are resolute. We will stand our ground because we believe this is the best for this city. It is best for ensuring that ultimately at the end we get to a place where we want to be, and that is to see the metro being the metro that it's supposed to be the beacon of excellence when it comes to cities.
We've spoken to the Mayor, Cilliers Brink. He maintains that the city does not have money to pay the workers, despite the ruling from the bargaining council, which the city of Tshwane is now taking on review. But now we also see ActionSA and ACDP calling for mediation to say workers should be reinstated. We've seen that motion as well from ActionSA. Are we seeing, or are there cracks within this coalition here in the city of Tshwane?
No, there are no cracks. It's just a political party doing and exercising their right to bring a motion in council, and they've brought that motion. We have discussed it, and we will continue to engage ActionSA on their motion as to how and when should they have been, when they should have brought this motion. Is it the right time? We don't think so. As a party, as the Democratic Alliance, but also as a city, as an executive, we don't believe so, because we are reviewing this process, and we have already said that we are already in negotiations. There's mediation happening. All of these talks are still continuing, so there is no need for this motion to be brought into this council, and we believe that we will deal with it when the time comes.
So you're saying the status quo should remain, that the workers not be reinstated?
No, we are saying that those that were dismissed and they believe they were unfairly done, then there are processes in which they must follow. They know the process, and we've communicated to unions, we've communicated to the employees through the city manager's office on how those things must be done. There are others that have already been reinstated, those that were unfairly dismissed, and there are those that cannot prove their whereabouts and they have participated in an illegal strike, and it's something that we cannot back down from. There are those whose salaries were docked because they were not working, and we have said it at the beginning that it is no work, no pay. It's a basic principle.
You, of course, are heading the human settlements portfolio in the city of Tshwane. Tell us about how this strike has had an impact on your department. I know there's been issues around water tankers being targeted as well. How severe has that been, particularly on service delivery, where these tankers could not reach as well?
Yeah, you would appreciate that in human settlement we are giving water to a community that is poor and that are unable to be able to afford, or sorry, they do not have these systems of bulk water within the informal settlements. I'll give you a case in point. The last time when we had a water tanker going out to the informal settlements around the area of Oliven, it was torched, and unfortunately that led to us unable to deliver water, and that leaves people to resort to desperate situations. So the strike has affected all of us in terms of service delivery, and it is affecting the poor of the poor more than anything else. But as a city, we have been responding quite well. What I can tell you is that what we are seeing right now is a lot of people coming back to work, and we are grateful for those workers that have worked under difficult circumstances, dangerous circumstances, and they've kept and they've stood their ground to understand that we are not saying that we do not want to effect these increases. It is just that right now, as we talk, as the city stands, we do not have the financial capability to do so. Look, it's a choice whether we give these increases and we give into this, and then in the next 2 months we don't have the city standing. We will not be able to pay salaries. We will not be able to pay, as the mayor has alluded, pension funds and all these other things. So this is a pain that we need to go through. And once we have gone through this pain, we will be able to affect these needed increases once we have turned around the finances of the city.
Of course, on the agenda as well for today's council sitting, one of those is to appoint Section 56 positions, which speak to the CFO, amongst other key senior managers for departments as well in the city of Tshwane. But for the deputy mayor, we've heard other opposition parties saying, why is it necessary for the city of Tshwane to appoint a deputy mayor, even when you yourselves say that you don't have any money to pay workers? What importance will this serve, appointing a deputy mayor when there's already a mayor in charge?
Yeah, look, the issue of finances when it comes to the deputy mayor is something that the coalition management has looked into, and to say, how do we implement the agreed coalition agreements without affecting the city's finances? And hence, we are not going to be increasing the number of makers. It will be a position that is not going to be new. The current one of the MMCs will take that position, and he will still have the same staff, he will still have the same VIP protection. So it is not really going to be a dent on the finances of the city.
Thank you very much. That's the MMC for Human Settlements Offence. They're speaking to us, Brad Dan. What we can tell you right now is that this council, of course, has experienced a couple of delays as well. We've been here since just around 6 a.m. in the morning. Council started around 10 a.m. But really, it's not moving forward because the most pertinent issue here is around the reinstatement of the Samwu workers, which the opposition parties, being ActionSA and EFF, and of course themselves, between the DA and other parties, including ACDP, are not coming to an agreement with. It seems as though the DA is saying, look, the city has maintained there isn't any money to reinstate the workers, but of course the ANC and the EFF saying that the reinstatement must happen, and they're supporting that motion brought by ActionSA, which says the dismissed workers should be reinstated. It looks like a political football of some sort, in which all of these three parties are suddenly now supporting Samwu as well, and they're sympathizing with the union to say that they will do whatever they can to ensure that the workers are reinstated, despite the DA and of course the city of Tshwane saying there really isn't any money to support this move.
Thank you very much, Pule Letshwiti-Jones at the Tshwane House there in the capital city. You're watching Today. More news shortly.